That's something that I love about these mics, man. Like the challenge mic, like his mic. There's all these different elements to comedy that we're getting thrown into in Austin, where where like a lot of these smaller towns, you don't have that option. You only have your feature, your host, and your your headliner. So it's cool to see these different types of comedy aspects that we've been talking about here the last couple of weeks.
But there's definitely a lot. Challenge Bike is great. Maggie's got a great thing going on there, and I know she brought it over from LA.
Yeah,
and it's great because it actually gets you thinking on your feet. As opposed to just being constantly married to. Like, wow, I got to go up and I got to, this is this joke, this. Right. It's like, and just formulaic. You don't live in the moment, like that's one of the most fun things to do about comedy is like just actually just living in the moment and not like kind of having a plan what you're gonna do, but like not.
Yeah,
or being willing to take that plan and throw it out the fucking window.
I used to do a little stand up beforehand, like have a little bit of a plan. But last time I went in, I just went. First topic, same topic all the way through. She gave me a little prize for doing the one topic and nothing else. But that was kind of cool. That was, I think, my real first time to not really do anything else other than the topic.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my own challenge. But
yeah.
You have a couple of mics now. You host one of the toughest rooms in town. I usually hit you Tuesday night on my last stop.
Yeah.
And I like it, man. If you get the crowd's attention, you can actually get.
It's a hidden gem.
Yeah.
It's got the reputation because it's been around for a while. It's got the reputation. I used to call it Austin's toughest room.
Right.
And
that scared people away, obviously.
No, not really. No, I mean, you'd be surprised. People kind of like the challenge, but I used to call it that. And then I was told by another comic who I don't really get along with anymore.
Okay.
He's
so fuck that guy.
Yeah, I know. He's like, he said, oh, you can't call it Austin's toughest room, And I was like, okay. So I just took that and ran with it. So now I have a different descriptor of it every single week.
Did you have a reason? Was there an Austin toughest room already? Was there?
No. I mean, there was crap that went down at the mic, and I had told one of the. Comics that hey, you're gonna deal with hecklers, and there was one heckler in the crowd and just wouldn't stop, and then they almost ended up getting into a fight.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it just turned into a nightmare.
The comic really didn't know how to react properly.
They had a tough time.
Yeah,
Exactly. Which, I mean, that's a fine line you walk anyways when you start dealing with heckling, but
sure.
It worked out so I couldn't really call it Austin's toughest room anymore. So
that sounds like Austin's hardest or toughest room to me. I mean, that sounds pretty tough.
Tim Warner described it best, and I think it's the best descriptor of it is that it's Austin's realest room.
Yeah.
Like if you go up and something's funny, they'll laugh.
Yeah.
If it's not, they're not going to laugh. Yeah. You're not going to get that sympathy laugh that you get in some other places from your buddies in the back of the room.
Oh yeah.
So
people who buy a ticket for comedy,
right?
They're there to laugh.
Yeah.
These people are not there to laugh. A lot of them don't even know there's comedy tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like an ambush comedy show.
Yeah.
So you drop that on them. They're sitting there. They want to drink their Michelob Ultra and Fireball whiskey and watch Sports Center highlights or something. I know
that's what you do while I'm up there.
Yeah. Actually, I just try to keep my sanity when I'm trying to run 35 different comics in a night.
Yeah, man.
And starting at 10 o'clock at night too.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah. You start late, run late, but you push them through there. You have 35, 40 comics come through every week.
On average, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's when we first started that. Well, I should say, when I was going to that mic when I first started, there was another guy that used to run it. His name was Chris Seeley. He is also the manager at the bar. So he was a comic in town, but also managed Anderson Mill Pub. And he used to run that every Thursday night, and we would struggle to get 5 comics in there.
Oh,
it was 5 comics, and he'd be like, everybody can do 10 minutes, and then nobody cared.
Wow.
So we built that into, I mean, granted, there was an influx of comics that came to Austin.
Try getting a 10-minute mic now with only 5 people showing up. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think a 10-minute mic should be a thing anyways.
Yeah.
It's just, it's hard enough to do 4 minutes of new stuff, and especially with the newer comics too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to build these longer sets. Like I could do something. So that's why I do 3 mics at night. I'll do Maggie's mic to write some new stuff, and then I'll go to the Creek in the Cave, and there's a bucket pool mic there, and then I'll run up to your mic, and I'll do a continuation of what I did at the Creek on your mic. So I'll extend it, and if you give me more time, which you sometimes do, I'll reattach the first of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to build, get 15 minutes out of a night, So, trying to anyways.